Welcome back to Idaho Today. February may be the month of love, but fittingly, it is also Heart Health Month. Heart disease is a leading cause of death, but it doesn't have to be. High Desert Heart and Vascular is the Treasure Valley's only independent cardiology clinic offering some of the most advanced cardiac care available with technology that you won't find anywhere else. We sat down with Dr. Noonan to discuss ways to keep our hearts healthy. Dr. Noonan, we all know heart health is really important, but help us understand specifically why. And are there any misconceptions around heart health that we need to be aware of?
We know that heart-related illnesses are the #1 cause of mortality and morbidity worldwide. If you take all the cancers and add them, it's just a little over 60% the morbidity and mortality that cardiovascular disease causes. Wow. And the most striking thing about that is that it's preventable. Here, the #1 thing that causes death worldwide, 80% of it is preventable.
Wow.
So you talk about a misconception. Well, I would say that most people don't know it's preventable.
Wow, 80%.
Approximately, if not more.
So let's talk though about your journey becoming a cardiologist. Why? Tell us about your passion and specifically why you decided to create and open your own private cardiology practice.
It's the heart. Right? It's palpable. You can feel your pulse. You can hear it while you're laying there at night. You know, it's this very relatable organ. It's really a rewarding thing to be able to do.
And why private practice though? Why did you open a private practice?
Well, a couple facts. So Idaho has the least amount of physicians per capita in the United States. And that's a sobering fact, I think, for us Idahoans. The cost of healthcare has skyrocketed. Right now, our estimates are that healthcare are about 18% of the GDP. 20% of that spend is cardiovascular disease. And I think there's better ways to do it. We have high quality, we can get people in, and we can drive the value down. By being in a private practice, we're more nimble. You know, we don't have a lot of the restrictions that large systems do, so we can address, I think, care inequities, care inequalities, and certainly the cost much more easily than big systems can. So I think there's a long runway for success, and over the last year and a half, I think we've proven that.
And let's talk about the innovations too taking place in the world of cardiology, if you will. One in particular, actually a couple in particular, you actually implement here at your practice.
One of them specifically is a cardiac PET scanner. So this is a stress test to be able to look at if an artery is narrowed, is this causing a lack of blood flow to a particular part of the heart, a precursor, if you will, to coronary artery disease or a heart attack. We have the first one in Idaho. And why is that important? It's important because it reduces your radiation exposure. It's a very fast test. It takes 15 or 20 minutes, and it's highly accurate. The next is we can do CAT scans. Very simple CAT scans, take about 15 minutes, where we can actually look into the body. We used to have to be able to do coronary angiograms, which is a minimally invasive procedure where we put dye in the arteries. Now we can just do this non-invasively.
Wow.
We're able to look at coronary lesions, and so we can tell how much plaque is there. Is it calcified? Is it a high-risk plaque? Is it a low-risk plaque? And so this is really advancing the paradigm of
so some real specific detail.
Very specific detail.
What role does AI play in the advanced technology that you're also using too?
It looks at the CT scans, and there's a software that we can actually utilize to look and quantify the amount of calcium. Is this high risk? Is this low risk disease? So I think this is one of those areas where we're going to see fairly rapid advancements and probably epidemiologic data over just a few years where there's a reduction in sudden cardiac death, myocardial infarctions.
Give us some heart health tips for our viewers.
Let's just go four. Let's go 4 pillars: exercise, nutrition, sleep, and stress reduction. Eat less food, eat mostly plants, and eat real food. If you don't recognize the ingredients, it's probably not real food. You want to improve your longevity. You want to reduce your risk for coronary disease. nutrition and exercise are probably the two biggest things that you can do to help yourself.
Wow. Okay, Dr. Noonan, where can our viewers go so they can find you, they can access this private practice and take advantage of, like you had mentioned, the opportunity to really know your cardiac health?
So you can find us at highdesertheart.com. We're very accessible. And so for us, it's tremendously important that we're able to deliver this care when accessibility has been so challenging.